Hi guys, my name is Britt Hewitt. I am a qualified university qualified nutritionist, Les Mills group fitness instructor, and I have been with Arbonne as a proud independent consultant for about 6 years now. Now, I did deliver this very similar talk on some of our golden olden products and some new ones at our Gold Coast conference this year. So hopefully you were there to see that, but it would be great to have a little refresher. And if you weren't there, then you get all of this cutting edge information again about some of our older products and some of our newer products. And I think it's really important to try and think outside of the box when it comes to Arbonne products and think about different ways that you can use them, because let's all face it, some people's favorite fizz flavor is pomegranate while others aren't so keen. Others love the peach mango. Some people die for the vanilla protein and other people way prefer the chocolate. So we wanted to account for all different palate types. We want to account for all different routines. And what we love about Arbonne is it is made so simple and easy for us to try. Now I've got some little notes here. It is before Christmas, school holidays have just started. I've got my dog here sitting next to me, my trusty little sidekick. So anything could happen while I'm recording this for you guys. Sorry I couldn't be on live, but I am always teaching group fitness classes at night, so the time slot just can't work for me. Anyway, guys, in my career as a nutritionist, I've always really prided myself on keeping nutrition simple. I don't get caught up in the fluff. I don't get caught up in the hype, and I always bring it back to basics and keep things really simple for my customers so that it's sustainable and they can pop that into their everyday life. Sometimes even just swapping products in the shopping center can lead to really profound health benefits. Sometimes just tweaking some of our home, beloved recipes just here and there. So really what it does come down to is little habits compounded over time, so consistency over time. And this is what Arbonne helps us with so well. The products are simple, they've got all the science in them, they've got all the amazing clean ingredient policies in them, and they're delivered straight to our door, so we don't have to go driving all over the city, getting grumpy when things are out of stock in one place and not the other. And again, just bringing it all back to really easy use, again delivered straight to our door, just so basic. So Arbonne, of course, pure, safe, beneficial. We love that about Arbonne, and that makes all of the products just fantastic. But again, my job today is to come back to some of the semi-underutilized ones and just allow you to think a little bit differently about them. Now, while I'm mentioning this, what I want your call to action would be to try some of these out so that you are able to authentically recommend them to people. Again, we all have different taste palettes. I know for me, there's a lot of my customers are not huge matcha fans. I've got another group that just absolutely love the taste of matcha. So we want to offer a variety of ways to use our products so that it can help people to get the benefits as to which they were created. So let me just quickly check we know how unique, first of all, I want to say we all know how unique the Arbonne products are. The success of the 7-day Fresh Start program, for example, is that you cannot buy those products on a shelf and get the same sort of benefits. They are not around. You're not able to go into a health food shop and go and buy an energy fizz stick. There's other things that are similar, and to me, I would never consume them. They go in the drawer with the Coca-Cola cans. We know that our stuff is unique, it works, and it's got, again, that clean ingredient policy. So let's get cracking. I've got some of the products here. I do keep some of my other products upstairs. They can't all fit on my beautiful shelving here. But first up, let's go with our good old gut health. So look, we live in a society that is absolutely overrun with toxins. Whether it's the plastic wrapping on our food, whether it's the gases and the sprays that they use these days in terms of pesticides or ripening products or stopping them being ripened so quickly as they're shipped from other countries, in our shampoos, in our conditioners, in the air we breathe, there are toxins everywhere. And these are all having an effect on our microbiome. Pesticides, for example, were made to kill off certain organisms or pests on our crops. And they do exactly the same thing when they hit our system. They do, our gut flora do take an absolute hit. And that's why it's so important to top up our microbiome, you know, now and then. Daily if needed, certainly if we are living in a high toxin environment, not out in a beautiful farm with clean fresh air or up in the Alps. Beautiful. So it is important to keep topping up that microbiome, and in this little convenience sachet, convenience, who wants to take a pill? Not me. These are so much more fun. We even have a prebiotic there in the terms of chicory root. So what a prebiotic is it's like you go into your grandma's garden and you take a little cutting of one of her beautiful plant pots and you put it in some rooting powder to get it going. That is what our probiotics do. To help our probiotics. They're like a little striking powder to get them off to a great start. We then come in with things like our greens powder, which is like a fertilizer, and that really gets things flourished and nourished and moving along quite beautifully. Let me just go back to these because like my notes, I just don't want to, go into like the wrong kind of stream here. I could go on forever. So yes, like a rooting powder, and look, it's in one convenient little sachet. We've got it in a beautiful mild gingery flavor, and although this is like so common in our very well-known green gut glow, this is such a great addition to things like a protein shake. So if you've got a customer that only buys our protein powder, maybe you haven't morphed them onto our other products yet, this is a great one. They can add that into your shake, okay? Anything that's basically not heated, they can add it in. Maybe some sparkling water, I don't know, at this time of year, maybe they want to put it in a wine glass and feel a little more festive. It's actually got a really beautiful, clean flavor. You could put it in juice, you could put it in kombucha, you could put it in a whole other, as I said, as long as it's not a hot beverage, a whole lot of other beverages. So again, it's just thinking outside the box. We know how much we love it in our green gut glow, just is amazing. So that's it from our gut health, our digestive and microbiome support. The next one that we're going to talk about is our MindHealth. Now, gosh, this one was around well and truly when I started Arbonne 6 years ago. And it is one, like, I go through fads with it. I can honestly say, I mean, we've got so many products with Arbonne. We're so blessed. There's something for everything, but we can't necessarily consume every single one of them every single day. So sometimes I put this one down and I'm like, what am I doing? I need to bring that back into my daily regime. So our MindHealth is for cognitive performance. Let me check my little notes here. Cognitive performance, memory, learning, all of those sorts of things. So absolutely brilliant for uni students, people that have high-end jobs. I know my husband works with spreadsheets a lot. He has to be switched on. I love to use it when I'm learning choreography for the gym, just anything where you need that little bit of sharp awareness. Brilliant for the 3 o'clock slump. Now back in the, this has got a beautiful cherry lime flavor, so you guys can like just have this again in some sparkling water or some water. But I have seen this added to the green gut glow. Apparently the flavor is amazing. I quite often have this mixed in with a pomegranate fizz. I just love the flavor. As long as it's off the boil, I have even been known to have this as a warm drink in the winter months. So it's like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me at this time of the year of those festive kind of Christmassy flavors. I don't know, the cherry, the lime, the pomegranate. It really is a beautiful drink mixed together. So again, sometimes I know I've had customers before that are like, I'm not sure about the cherry flavor. It really does go well mixed in with fizz sticks. So give that a go. What else have I got here? It contains sunflower seeds, vitamin B12, which contributes to our neurological and psychological function. Again, it is just so great for those that really just need to be switched on for their work or their roles, or even us busy mums. Like, let's face it, sometimes you're like, I've got brain fog. I actually suspect it could be great in menopausal years as well, but I'm yet to get to that stage and try that one out. So if you try that, make sure you share it with us Arbonners, because that would be a good one. Now, you would have to be living under a rock if you have not been on a Matcha railroad train or a steam train at some point. So this was originally part, as we know, of our 7-day Fresh Start program. We love matcha because we know ours is ceremonial grade Japanese matcha, shade grown. It is, again, part of our 7-day Fresh Start program, and it gives us that Zenergy. So it is energy, but a nice calm energy, great for people that might be sensitive to other forms of caffeine. And like, honestly, you see all the things out there, matcha these days. There's matcha cafes popping up everywhere. Unfortunately, not all of that is very healthy. It can be loaded with sugars and all the stuff. So when this came out as part of our 7-day Fresh Start program, we begged for it, and Arbonne delivered. It is now a single SKU, and we've got this lovely little box. Now, again, I've definitely had customers that are like, oh, you know what? The one thing I recommend with this, get them to try it, make them put their big boy or big girl pants on. Most of them come back and say, it's actually grown on me. So you can have this hot or cold. And the beauty of this product, it is actually infused with MCT oil. Now, before Arbonne and since, I follow a lot of the biohackers, and I've been big on the bulletproof coffees. So the bulletproof coffees back in the day were black coffee, yes or no to a bit of grass-fed butter, and a good teaspoon of MCT oil, which is medium-chain triglyceride coconut oil. It's kind of had the solids taken out of it. And the beauty of MCT oil is it does bypass our normal digestive processes, goes straight to the liver, and gets us in fat-burning mode straight away. So I absolutely love that this is infused, and that is why, again, we've had such great success with it on our 7-day Fresh Start. People can be on that program and, you know, budge a little bit of stubborn weight in such a small amount of time, and that's largely due to the MCT oil and our exclusively designed protein powder on that program as well. But what I have found people absolutely love is mixing this with our vanilla essential meal protein shake, so our meal replacement protein shake. So again, hot or cold, sometimes in the winter, I like to put a spoon, a couple of tablespoons of this into my favorite mug, put a sachet of this in, add some hot water, whiz it up with my little frother, and it is absolutely so delicious. I've also used sachets of this to make, and let me just see, because I've got a few of them listed here. I think we're on the next page. Yes, I've used it to make pistachio matcha raw balls. So good. I've used it to make matcha overnight protein oats. Again, I chuck a bit of this in with some oats and stir it all in overnight, maybe some strawberries as well. We know that you guys have been doing lots with our Simply One strawberry protein. We've been making concoctions like the good old strawberry matcha trend. And matcha smoothie bowls. So much variety there. You could even make some protein vanilla pancakes and put this in. I've seen in cafes matcha pancakes. Like, we can do all of that ourselves with the added bonus of our MCT oil. So that is so fantastic. And again, it's just getting people to try it in different ways. Again, hot or cold, icy or not, mixing it or not. And once they realize that it actually grows on them, then they are ordering this again. So try and be a little bit inventive. You know, we've had this on our free gift list lately, so make use of that if it's still there. The next up, oh, this is one of my favorites as well. Our SkinElixir Collagen Builder. Now, this is an acai flavor. So who doesn't love an acai bowl? Straight away, it's making me think a bit of our vanilla protein, Simply One, or our essential meal replacement. Mix in some of this with a bit of ice or berries, and beautiful. So this is so great. So there's many types of collagen. This one really targets and helps us to build more of our type 1. So that's our beauty collagen, great for hair, skin and nails. And that is why it is such a great addition to our Green Gut Glow. Just a fabulous drink. It just covers off everything. But again, this shows up from time to time, has been just recently on our free gift list for your clients. So they might have a box of this and thinking, what do I do with it? Well, way back when, I used to make an off the boil, again, detox tea, one of Arbonne's CleanTox herbal teas, and mix this in. Don't knock it till you've tried it. Give it a little whisk and have it with a couple of squares of dark chocolate. So satisfying. But because of that beautiful acai flavor, again, you could mix this in with a fizz stick. You could mix this in with some sparkling water. Again, pretty versatile. What else? You know, this is our drinkable skincare, guys. We absolutely love this product. There really isn't a lot of great vegan options on the market. And again, Arbonne, you know, absolutely nailing that clean ingredient policy. So, you know, as I said, call to action. Got to try something. Try this cup of tea. Let it just sit so it's not boiling. Whisk this in. It can like get a bit gelatinous, so make sure you're whisking it in. Couple of squares of dark chocolate. you could be doing the 30 days to healthy living and actually have that as your little nighttime treat, as long as it is like, 75, 80% and above chocolate. Absolutely delicious. So that, again, acai flavor, absolutely beautiful. All right, just a couple more from me. The next one is our gut health fiber support. I've actually got an open bag in the kitchen. And again, I feel like fiber can be highly oh, that's my Christmas tinsel that's reflecting out there through the window. I was like, what is that? It is really important to keep our fiber up. Fiber helps our microbiome again, keeps us full, keeps us regular, all the things. And most of us do not consume enough fiber, especially if you're not having a lot of fruit and veggies every day, especially at this time of year when we're not, we've just been through the festive season. I'm recording this just before Christmas, but I'm sure you guys are going to get this in January. And we're still out and about. If you're a mum, you're still on school holidays. Maybe you are not a mum and, you've just burnt yourself out doing all the festivities, or maybe you've gone away, holidays, all the things when we're not eating, a lot of those whole food and natural kind of garden items, fruit and veg, we're not getting that fiber in. So this is 12 grams of soluble fiber. Again, it can go in hot drinks, it can go in cold drinks, you can whack it in with your smoothie, you can put it in a smoothie bowl, you can add it to raw balls, I've used it to like make my protein pancakes a little fluffier, or my protein waffles. I think I said smoothie bowls. I've also used it to thicken casseroles and sauces when I've been baking, guys. So it is a fabulous product. It is so, it makes getting fiber in so easy. And again, I just feel like a lot of people in this modern age don't get enough fiber in. So it's like a no-brainer. It's tasteless. It's, it is one of the best fibers that you can find. I think this is the last one, excuse me, is our mushroom powder daily defense. Now, I love medicinal mushrooms, and before Arbonne released this fantastic powder form, it's in the kitchen, I was already using medicinal mushrooms, and then of course Arbonne brought it along. I love the fact, for a start, I can tell you, having perused many a health food store, I love the fact that it's all organic, but it is in powder form. So a lot of medicinal mushrooms actually use alcohols to disperse it into the liquid forms that you'll normally find them. So having it in powder form is fantastic, because straight away we're not using those alcohols or finding remnants of those alcohols in our product. It is a nice, clean, ground product. And again, it's got some of the main, there's a lot of medicinal mushrooms that are used widely in Chinese medicine. They are now becoming a, biohacker's must-have. And we've got some of the very best, 5 of the most powerful ones in this mushroom blend. Again, you can add this to cooking, a little bit of flavor, chuck it in the kids' spaghetti bolognese. You can, one of my favorite ways, and I also have this in winter, is adding it to some either a hot ceremonial cacao or a hot essential meal replacement in the chocolate. So you can either just boil the kettle and tip it in, or you can froth up some clean ingredient almond milk or coconut milk or whatever plant-based milk you like, whiz it up and add a little bit of this as well, maybe a shake of cinnamon. It gives it such a luxurious, earthy, sophisticated taste, and we're getting all of those benefits in there as well. You could also add it to your smoothie bowls. And it pairs really well with chocolate protein powder in particular. Another thing that it pairs really well with is coffee. So for example, if you're having your morning coffee, just add one of the little spoonfuls in there, and again, just give it a little bit of a blend. It really elevates the taste into such a sophisticated one. So the main mushrooms, I will just go to my notes here, but we have chaga, which is a great source of antioxidants. Actually, most mushrooms are. It really supports immune health. Again, most of the mushrooms do. Lion's mane, really great, again, along with the MindHealth, great for cognitive support and cognitive function. Again, great for uni students, great for brain fog. A lot of the mushrooms are associated with helping to balance women's hormones, especially, pre and post-menopausal and things like that. Can be great for the gut-brain axis as well. We've all heard that our gut is our second brain, right? We've all heard that, yes. So we need to support that. We have maitake, which supports us on the cellular level of immune function. So much in our cells there are working to develop a really strong, supportive immune system. We have reishi, again, another great one for the immune system, and shiitake, which immune system, again, really gut enhancing fiber. So rich source of a gut enhancing fiber in that one as well. So our gut love medicinal mushrooms. And again, anything chocolatey, earthy, you could put some in some raw balls. I'm just thinking about all the chocolatey vibes here and how that really elevates it. Another little tip here is a broth, a soup. Like if you're making a soup, again, feel like we're mainly speaking to lots of Aussies in this one, and it is the hot time of the year, but a bit of bone broth and just whizzing that in, or any soups that you might make. A lot of those savory meals you could add a little bit in and getting into your family. We have one more, and this really is, it's been around forever. It is part of our 30 Days to Healthy Living plan. Hopefully you guys took full use of that amazing drop we had, our little special with our free gifts and our passion fruit fizz access with the 30 Days to Healthy Living. Hopefully you're on it. Hopefully you've got your clients on it, and it's not too late if you're not to get yourself. It's one of the best programs. You must experience that. Put it on your action to do. But part of that is our CleanTox Gentle Cleanse Solution. So we have that for my team, we have that usually in week 3. We drink, it's got 7 sachets in the box. So again, don't have a box with me here because my kit that I've ordered is again upstairs. But it is such an amazing product. And every time I have it as part of the 30 days, I'm like, what am I doing? It's so delicious. You can have it warm. I like to have it a little warmer in winter, because what I do is I tip the sachet in, give it a little shake up with warm water, and then I either fill it up with icy water in our beautiful 1 litre water bottle, which you would have got for free if you got the little special for our flash sale on our 30 Days to Healthy Living program. Or I fill it up with more warm water, especially in the winter when I do it. Now, it is a gingery, lemony flavour. It's got aloe in there, which is very well known to soothe inflammation from the digestive tract. That is, buying aloe juice is a well-known one for people that suffer from IBS, etc. in health food shops. It's got lots of magnesium in there. It's got choline, it's got glutamine. And again, just so versatile, hot and cold. But even though we have it to gently sweep and bathe sort of our digestive system and help to eliminate some of that inflammation, it is so good for so many other things, guys. You could use this on the weekly. Like if you've been out for an indulgent meal, you could follow up the next day. This will help you with digestion. It will help you soothing that belly. If you've had a little bit of a tummy upset, I mean, I'm not a GP, but this is just such a great way, again, just to settle the tummy. If you've had a night out, wink, wink, you know what I mean? Maybe a few too many drinks, just such a great way to kind of mop up a little bit of the mess the next day. I mean, these are not all, these are the nutritionists speaking here about some of the great ways to use it. Yes, again, just like coming back from holidays, or maybe you've been to a lot of like little, platter, events, and just eating all of that stuff. It's just so cleansing. CleanTox Gentle Cleanse is what it's called, when we've been a bit indulgent and not feeling exactly right. You don't have to do that 7 days in a row that we do on our 30 Days to Healthy Living program. So look, that is sort of 6 of the products. Some are newer, like our Matcha. Some have been around forever, like our CleanTox solution. But it is, again, your call to action is think about some of the little ways I've said to perhaps try using products a little differently to maybe how you have thought before. Give it a go, because it's only then that you can genuinely recommend and problem solve for some of your clients. Get the MindHealth, try it hot, try it cold, mix it with a pomegranate. Don't, get the mushroom powder and elevate your morning coffee, or elevate your hot protein shake, or however you're having it. In Arbonne, we really do stand for healthy living, but we don't make health a chore. We are the consultants that help our clients, love on our clients. When we go to the supermarket, we don't get any help when we get home. That is what we're about in Arbonne. We service our clients, we make things convenient, we give our clients delicious ways and ourselves to upgrade our health. We don't stay inside the box, we think outside the box. And we can't, go ahead and recommend things that we haven't tried ourselves. So that is it from me. Go ahead, be your best advertisement, guys. Give some of these a go. And I hope that has given you some great ideas to implement in your business in 2026.